Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. Today we are talking about costs involved in starting a dispatching business. So I have a slideshow here ready for you, and we're just gonna go through some slides, and then I'll speak about the costs that you can expect for this kind of business. Now, this is one of the businesses that is not that hard to start. You don't have to have a lot of cash on hand. You don't have to have a lot of equipment. So it's fairly cheap to start, fairly affordable. And then a lot of people are looking to get into this kind of business. And then also you should know that all these costs that I am talking about are all the costs included if as if you were starting from zero, meaning that you don't have anything with you, any kind of equipment. You don't have a computer, you don't have a phone, you don't have anything. Okay. The good thing is that most people have some of these things already available, and that will cut down on your costs. But I just did a worst case scenario here. I added everything, and then as we go, like if you have something, you can take it off of that list, and it will work much better for you. It will be less costs. So let's start with these costs right away. Right now, if you live in the United States of America and probably even Canada, you can expect to pay around $600 for a computer and a monitor. So, like a computer, desktop tower, and a monitor. Those are low-end computers. If you want something high-end, it's going to be much, much more money than that. Probably like around $1,000 or more. But if you're looking in buying something brand new that it's functional, not high end, you can get a monitor for like $120, $150, and then you can get a computer for like $400 or $500. So altogether, it will be like that. And then computers usually come with a keyboard and a mouse. So that's low end. If you want to invest in something bigger, better, then you should probably count on paying around 700 to 800 or up. But this is just to start. So 600 is enough money to get something decent. A desk and a chair, if you don't have one at your home. Most people have something where they can put a computer on. So just to start, you really don't need a dedicated desk. If you have something older, if you can get something used, really like second hand, that's also good. Why not? Even a chair. But even if you were to buy something brand new, you can get a decent desk and a chair for a couple of $100. So $250 for a brand new desk and chair. If you have one, if you can get something used, it's gonna be even less. Okay. Now we're talking about legal stuff, LLC, and different permits depending on which state you live in. LLC company, if you're to incorporate here in Michigan, it costs $50. But some states it will cost you $300. Okay, so it depends on your state. It depends what kind of permit. Do they need a different kind of permit in your state? In Michigan, it's only $50, and then you're done. That's all you need. Okay, and then different kind of paperwork to start. Like if you're downloading something on the internet, some kind of a PDF, like a contract. Some states require a contract that you have, if you were to incorporate. Some states require a registered agent. Some states require other things, like in state of New York. I was helping someone start in state of New York, and they had to fill out another form, something additional to the LLC. So you can expect around $50 for some kind of paperwork. If your state is like here in Michigan and you're all set, you don't even need it. Printer. Um, really a printer you don't need right away. You can, get by without a printer, but down the road, and then if you see that this is that this is getting traction in your company, then you should get a printer. And then I always advise get a laser printer. You don't need color. You can have a black and white monochrome, but a decent printer that I use, I have two, one at home, one in the office. They're around $200. It's Brother. Brother is a good brand name, and they have good laser printers. So I recommend you go with laser printer for $200. And then different office supplies, like stapler, paper, sticky notes, pens, whiteouts. Pins, paper clips, anything like that, it will add up. So around $100. And if you want to look professional, if you want to have everything organized, folders that you have to have folders for different, permits and contracts, your LLC, your drivers, anything that you want to store, and then have easily accessible whenever. So office supplies $100, and then every year, maybe another $100 if you're by yourself. If you're small, like just dispatching, like few trucks, like 5, 6 trucks. $100 a year is more than enough for office supplies. So those were one-time fees, and now we are talking about fees that occur each month. So these fees you can expect to pay each month, once you start your company, and then you have to pay for different kinds of subscriptions. So phone, if you, I always advise everyone to just to use a cell phone if you can, your cell phone. If you already have a cell phone, with a number, then you can use it to start. I've been in business for a long time, and now I just, like, since I'm by myself now, why should I pay for a dedicated landline? I'll just use my cell phone. Same number, my private number is my business number, and I've been okay. Maybe if I expand, if I hire someone, then that's different. But if you're by yourself, you can use your cell phone. If not, $40. I've used Nextiva for a long time, and they are very good. $40 a month. It's even cheaper if you get a contract, like a 1-year contract. But if you go month to month, right now they charge around $40. You can go even less with one of those internet providers that you can find online, like Open Phone. $10 a month, and you can speak on your computer and on your phone with an app, and those are $10 a month. And then fax and email. Email, you can use your own if you have a private email, or you can just make an email on Gmail. Go to Google, make a free email. I've seen a lot of people do that, and they've been working for years like that. If you feel better, you want to feel professional, then G Suite. That's what I have. $6 a month, and you register your own domain name and then use that. And it's essentially same as Gmail. Okay, it's just a paid version. And then fax, if you need fax, you have eFax, or I use CocoFax. CocoFax is only $5 per month if you're not faxing a lot, and I don't think you would be. Not many people use fax anymore, so you can probably get without fax. Just don't get it in the beginning. But if you notice that it's a hassle and people are expecting you to have a fax, then go with CocoFax, $5. eFax is like $10 to $15, I think, per line. So all in all, that's $20, or maybe even free if you are using just a generic Gmail and you don't use fax. Okay. Load boards, they are a must-have, so you have to have load boards, and they cost money. Anywhere from like $50 to, right now, DAT board is $170, and that's the power board. The Trucker's Edge is less; it's like $50, I think, $50 a month. But that limits you. It gives you only an option to search for one truck at a time. So for each truck, you have to delete a posting every time. If you have a power dashboard, then you can post multiple trucks, or even for one truck, post multiple ways, like one city to one area, and then one city like open, and then you can switch between postings like that. Truck stop is also, I think, around $40 to $50 a month, 1 to 3 load board. So even if you have two of them, it's a good idea. If you have more drivers, more trucks, it's a good idea to have two load boards in case one of them goes down. Okay, I've been managing to work on with Power Dashboard, but that's because I have access to about like 15 brokers' websites. So if DAT Power Load Board is down, then I can go directly to brokers' load boards, and then book loads directly over there. TMS, truck management software, or transportation management software. I don't even know. I know it's for trucks. It's good thing to have. I always say that I use Trucking Office, and I always don't mean to advertise them. They don't pay me, but I've been using them. They're simple, they're affordable. They're okay. They're nothing special. So I use Trucking Office. So there are a lot of other softwares that you can use, and generally they're gonna cost this much. $50 to $100 a month if you want something good, and it's a good idea to have that to organize your loads, maybe even do invoices if you're doing invoices on behalf of your carriers, and then what loads they've done, the history, who paid you, how much, where was the driver like 2 months ago, which loads did they go, in order. You can pull up reports, miles for the trucks, a lot of things. So it's a good thing to have a TMS software. It will make your life easier, and I highly recommend that you get one. It doesn't matter which one. Like I said, I use Trucking Office. They're okay, so you can use them. And then education, especially if you're new, if you don't have much experience, I would invest at least like $50 a month in education. It can be a one-time course that's a little bit more expensive, in once a year, or maybe one time you get it and you're all set. Or if you were to buy some ebooks, buy some spreadsheets like I have on my website, that I sell. If you maybe there is a membership somewhere that just for dispatch, or for transportation, like closed groups, and then I would just invest a little bit money in getting educated, every month more and more and more, so you get better and better. The biggest thing, maybe 90% of the education is experience and you actually doing it. That's like 90%, like where you can get schooled. But the other 10%, it just helps you like to answer things that you never knew, or maybe someone tells you, hey, don't do it this way, do it that way. So it will help you grow as a dispatcher. And one more thing here, don't forget the unplanned expenses, and some of these little expenses that add up that you don't actually see on the paper, but they sneak into your account, and they find their way to your pockets. Okay, so for example, these unplanned expenses can be banking fees, your bank charges you on a regular basis, rent fees if you're renting an office, taxes that you have to pay on a lot of different things, and then food, like if you're ordering food, you're in the office, you have someone, or like a business lunch, other subscriptions that you might have, like $5 here, $10 here, and they are business related, and then these unpaid expenses can be around $2,000 to $3,000 a year, and then most of that portion is your taxes that you have to pay, on your business taxes. It's just we can't avoid that. No matter what, you should plan for those expenses, and maybe if you're a big saver, if you're putting money aside for your other expenses, you should include these in your budget. And that's basically it for these expenses. As you can see, being a dispatcher does not have that many expenses, like as opposed like I have an authority, with my business as a carrier. There are a lot of expenses. There are a lot of subscriptions and bills that you have to pay. This is really not that much, and then it's really manageable. And it's like with any other businesses out there, you have to pay these expenses, these taxes, subscriptions. If you want to be professional and give the best service possible to others. Now, this is the final number that I came up with, one-time fees, and this is the worst case scenario, $1,500. It's going to be more likely to be way less than $1,000, especially if you already have a computer and a desk, maybe even a printer. So probably around $500. Okay, this is only if you don't have anything available. If you're starting from scratch, you have nothing. But most people nowadays have at least something of this available, or maybe they don't need something of this that I told you about. So between $500 and $1,000, that's the most likely scenario that you're looking at to start as a trucking dispatcher. And then we have monthly fees, like TMS software, load boards, phone, fax, email, all that. I got to $440 a month. Now this is only I would say, like, once you grow a little bit, once you get to like at least like 2 or 3 trucks, okay, then you can probably afford these fees. If you're just starting, and then maybe you have a cell phone, all you would probably need is a load board, access to a load board, and then with time you want to get more professional. You get a business landline. You get business email, you get a fax, TMS software, for invoices and such, and then it grows. But it's with every business you have fees, and this is what I would say. That once you grow, this would be your monthly fee, a recurring fee. Okay. And this slide just shows what I said before. Your startup costs will be probably way less than I told you before, but I just wanted to give you the worst case scenario, because some people, especially videos like this, they would advertise and tell you, hey, you don't need much money, you don't need nothing to do this, and then slowly they build up and say, hey, well, you do actually need money. I did it the other way around. I gave you the worst case scenario right away, and then I told you now that you probably already have most of those things already in your home. I didn't include internet because most people nowadays have internet in that fee, but that's something like if you don't have internet, that's something that you have to count on. But like I said, most people, especially if you're watching this, you probably already have internet. And this is it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you a little bit to know what you can expect as a trucking dispatcher. Come back for more videos, subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'll see you around. Have a nice day.